Welcome to Chef of the City. I'm your host, Kyle Brown, the host of the hottest new cooking show in America. We're going to bring all the flavor, all the fun. It's a single elimination, 3-round tournament. We got 8 of the best local chefs competing to find out who is going to be the Chef of the City in Columbia, South Carolina. Rules for Chef of the City. In the quarterfinal round, each chef will have to cook 2 dishes. The first dish will be the chef's specialty dish. Then, we will have a protein challenge where the chefs will have to cook a meal against each other using the same protein. The chef with the highest score between the 2 dishes will move on to the semifinals. If both chefs finish with the same score, then our judges will determine who had the best dish of the night, and that chef will advance. As always on Chef of the City, we're going to be joined by 3 great judges. This week we have 3 of my favorite people in the world. We got Chef Kill Hunger to the left of me, Chef Jody over here in the middle, and Chef Kyle at the end. Kyle's such a great name. It's shared by two of the main people on this show. So you can't get a better name than Kyle. I'm going to let these 3 really introduce themselves. So Kyle, tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from.
I'm Chef Kyle, pastry chef, love to cook, from Broad River, Columbia, South Carolina. Let Jody go.
I am Chef Jody. I am born and raised from Columbia, South Carolina. I am a certified chef, and that's it.
I am celebrity chef Glenn Brown of Gino's Private Catering, and I specialize in the Kill Hunger dining experience. And we are here to see who's the chef of the city.
Chef of the City in Columbia. We're going to find out. In quarterfinal number 1, we saw Chef Nia defeat Chef Nate. She will go on to face the winner of today's episode, Chef Casey versus Chef Oceana. Also, in another one of our quarterfinal matchups, we saw Chef Hector Sanchez take down Chef Red, and he's going to face the winner of the last quarterfinal matchup between Chef LaFleur and Chef BJ Cooks. Let's see who comes out on top.
Hey y'all, my name is Chef OJ and I come to win Chef of the City.
I'm Chef Casey, y'all already know that. I'm participating in Chef of the City.
All right, we're ready for the quarterfinal battle of Chef of the City. To my left, I got Chef OJ. To my right, I got Chef Casey. They're ready to battle out, see who the real Chef of the City is, and we'll find out who's going to advance to the semifinal round of Chef of the City.
Well, today I am preparing a salmon Wellington with a white sauce. I also paired it with a white Moscato. I was gonna do a dry wine, but I don't know how people truly feel about it. It's really biased. I like dry wines, but I know a lot of people don't. So I hope they enjoy the wine that I gave them with the salmon Wellington.
All right. Why did you choose this specific dish for your specialty entree?
Because it's so good. And I took it to one of my coworkers one day, and she keeps talking about it to this day. She keeps talking about the salmon Wellington. So I'm like, yeah, this is the one.
Today I'm doing a Creole stuffed catfish. It's fresh catfish. It's stuffed with sour cream, shrimp, scallions, sprouts, and I'm pairing it with red rice and a tomato creamer.
All right. What's the highlight of that dish? What's the best part of it?
The highlight of the dish is the catfish itself. It's flavorful, it's flaky, it's fresh.
What do you want the judges to know about your dish?
It's nothing I really want them to know about. I just want them to enjoy the dish, to appreciate the freshness, appreciate the love that got put into the dish.
For someone at home trying to make this same dish, what is the toughest part?
The rice.
All right, Chef OJ, my name is Jasmine. I'll be your reporter for today. What are you cooking for us?
So today I'm making a salmon Wellington, a buttered chicken with jasmine rice and garlic naan.
Okay, that sounds actually pretty delicious. And why did you choose this dish for your specialty entree?
I chose the salmon Wellington because I decided to make it one day, and I took it to work, and my coworker, she really liked it. So when I go home, like my grandma always asks, can I make salmon Wellington? So I'm like, well, it is a good dish. Then one day I went to go chill with one of my college friends, and I like to cook for my friends. That's my love language. So he was like, he texted me the next morning. He was like, what the is that? What was that you made? I was like, it was a salmon Wellington. He was like, I wish you would have made more because it was so good. So I'm like, well, this would be the perfect dish to make for the judges because I'm confident that they will like it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm right. So yeah.
All right, well, let's hope that you are right. Okay, and then just one last question for you. What is the most challenging part about this dish?
Time.
Time?
Yes.
Well, we only have 45 minutes, so I'll let you get to it.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Chef KC, my name is Jasmine. I'll be your reporter for today.
All right.
Can you tell me a little bit about what you're cooking for us for your specialty entree?
So for my specialty entree, I'm gonna do a creole catch. It's a stuffed catfish. You got cream cheese, sauteed shrimp, scallions, a little onion sprouts, lemon juice, you know.
Okay, and what do you think makes your dish special?
I mean, it's from the heart.
It's from the heart?
It's fresh.
I love that, I love that. All right, what is most challenging about your dish today?
Nothing too challenging, just the prep space.
Prep space, it is a little small.
A little cut.
You're used to bigger kitchens?
I'm used to bigger kitchens.
I definitely understand that. Well, I'll go ahead and let you get to it. Have fun.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about your experience in the culinary world, Chef Killhunger. Where did it originate? What got you started?
Well, I've always been into cooking because, you know, I love to eat. And so, you know, but I officially started cooking in high school. My mother was sick, so it became a duty. And then after that, I started taking culinary classes at Richland Northeast, and the rest is history.
Jody, tell us what your culinary background originated from.
All right, so I've been in the culinary industry now for about 14 years. I started cooking, I'll say probably around 7 or 8 years old when my parents first separated, with my mom having to work more than one job. Of course, I was always responsible for making sure that we had dinner. So as life just progressed and, you know, I decided to go to school. I went to school for culinary. I did get my degree in it. Like I said, I've been in the industry 14 years now. I've done district managing. I have my own private dining business, and here I am now, a judge on your wonderful show.
I know, I couldn't be happier either. Where's your culinary background from?
My culinary background started with my mother with her cake decorating and wedding cakes and all, and helping her bake. And then I started going to culinary school and learning, watching. It all started with the Food Network. Fell in love with cooking, so I went to culinary school, did some fine dining restaurants and competitions in Western North Carolina, and now I'm back home.
Why do you think you're going to become the first chef of the city?
Because I'm a staple in the city. I've been doing this for years, properly prepared. I'm just ready for it. It's my time.
Why do you think you're going to win and become the first ever chef of the city?
Because I cook so good. My food is made with love, and, you know, I know how to cook for real. I really do. And I know how to bake.
All right, Chef KC, listen, we are halfway through the contest. How are you feeling so far?
I'm feeling pretty good.
You feeling pretty good? Nice and confident?
Pretty confident.
All right, your plate is looking real confident. How's your dish coming so far?
It's coming along. It's coming along.
It's coming along? You don't want to tell us too much? I
Not
got
too
it.
much.
No worries, no
I got
worries.
a tough competitor right now.
I'll let you get to it. All right, Chef, so we're halfway through the contest. How are you feeling so far?
I'm feeling very confident.
I love that, I love that. All right, and then how is your dish coming?
It's coming along really good. I'm just hoping that it finished baking in time, which I really am not going to trip on it because it's going to work out.
It's going to work it out. I love the attitude. Okay, well, I'll let you get started.
Food Network, who's your favorite personalities in Food Network?
My favorite one, like who really got me into it, Emerald Lagasse.
Emerald?
With that bam. Oh yeah.
Bam.
I don't know if that's copyrighted or whatever. Don't charge me.
Please don't charge us. So, Emerald, what about you? Any food personalities that y'all look up to and admire, or in the culinary industry?
Oh, I have some old teachers that I look up to. I won't say anyone on TV, but I do have a few that I look up to. I have Chef Ramsay. He's a top chef, and I'd say Chef Canadu. Those are two chefs that I learned a lot from.
All right. What about you, Killhunger?
I got to shout out Chef Marcus Middleton, Chef Benjamin Dennis, both out of Charleston.
Okay. I'm a big Gordon Ramsay fan. I love him, like his whole hustle. I love the way he cusses. He cusses just like me. We got the same temperament, so big fan of Chef Gordon Ramsay. But our show's way better than MasterChef, way better than Hell's Kitchen.
Chef, I could smell this all the way from the other side of the kitchen. What is this?
This is actually a white sauce for my salmon Wellington. Would you like to taste it?
I would love, actually. Really creamy. You're doing your big one. Chef, so I do see that we have a couple ingredients lined up. Can you tell me what these are?
So I'm in like my finalized stage. These like my garnishes. I got some fresh parsley, some fresh scallions, some butter. We got some sprouts, some dried chives, and we got a little pico mix at the end. And we also have a sauce that I'm about to line the plate with.
Okay, and I see that this shrimp, it smells really good.
Oh, you want to try one?
I would love to, actually.
All right. Meet your standards.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
Well seasoned. Stay tuned. All right, chefs, we're on our last seconds of the contest. Go ahead and finish plating and garnishing your plates. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up.
What do you want the judges to know about your dish?
That I made it with love, and I hope they love it.
Biggest concerns with cooking a salmon Wellington?
None.
Nothing? You weren't concerned with the time, getting it done on time?
Oh yeah, the timing. The timing was like one of my biggest things. I can't say that. But other than that, nothing else.
All right, so did you have anything hold you up during the cook while you were cooking today? You just wrapped up everything? It went smoothly for you?
Yeah, it actually went smoother than I thought. I was really concerned about the time because I'm like, what if I don't finish in time? But I actually did, and it was actually like it was really smooth.
Thank you to the beautiful Moon for bringing out our specialty entree for Chef A. Chef A has prepared for us today a salmon Wellington with a puff pastry, salmon on the inside, cream cheese with a white sauce. Chef A also wanted you to pair this with Moscato wine, so they felt like it added a nice flavor to the dish. So go ahead and dig in. Let's see how Chef A's dish is, if it's worthy of being chef of the city. Very excited about this? I see the joy on your face right now, so I'm actually a little jealous because it's been a long day. I wouldn't mind a glass of wine. What do you think the judges are going to say specifically about your dish?
A salmon Wellington? They ain't never seen that before. They're probably gonna be like, I've never had this before, and when they tasted it, they probably they was daydreaming about my salmon Wellington. I know they was.
Daydreaming, okay. I like that. All right, so does everybody feel like they've had a fair taste of Chef A's dish? Did we try the wine with it? Y'all too busy being fat and eating. Y'all don't even care. I guess y'all drank enough earlier today, right? Cheers. Cheers. Should we cheers it up? Cheers, judges.
All right.
To great food, to chef of the city. All right.
Very well together.
I'm gonna start with you, Kill Hunger. I've never seen you so happy. I've only known you for 6 hours, but I mean, it was the most joyful moment I've ever seen you be a part of. So, what are your thoughts on the? Let's go with taste of the dish.
I like the flavors. The flavors were very robust. It was a lot of components to this dish, the sauce and the citrus, and it tasted very well.
Tasted very well. What about creativity? Thoughts on creativity, Jody?
When it comes to creativity, I say 10 out of 10. It's not basic. It's not something that we're used to in the South. At first, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was maybe a chicken pot pie at first because I didn't smell it didn't have a strong seafood smell into it. But Creativity wise, I'd say 10 out of
10 out of
10.
10. Presentation, Kyle.
I really didn't. This presentation was really good. Um, Especially with the. I noticed the hint. I noticed the hint of the blackening seasoning just for I guess a little color with the lettuce.
Yeah.
Um, the pastry was baked right, not overcooked,
hmm Which is easy to do with the
which
pastry
is
or the puff
easily to
pastry,
do with a puff
especially.
pastry.
So,
We all ready for another bite. We can't even really.
y'all ready
We
for
can't
another
even
bite? You
say
can't
how,
even speak
how
on
good
speak
it
on
is.
it.
So good.
I would like to commend Chef A because they reached out and wanted to pair this dish with a wine, which is unique. I feel like that. I'm not a judge here, but I feel like that shows a bit of
That's
creativity
also
as
on
Chef
well.
that
A came with their A
presentation.
game. That's what
They
I
came
said.
with the A game with the
Yeah, they
presentation.
came with their A game with the from the
Presentation.
wine, the glasses
Yeah.
to the.
Very, very
They
pleasing.
know what they're doing back there.
So,
So this
Chef
is
B
their
gotta
signature.
come with it.
this is their signature
dish.
entree. So, this is the signature.
Yep, Chef B gotta come
If y'all
hard.
want to take one more taste before y'all go ahead and give out the scores, then we will
We need
we'll take your
another.
plates away. We'll also unfortunately have to take your wine away, put it to the side, and then we'll be ready to bring in Chef B. Hopefully Chef B's ready to compete. What do you want the judges to know about your dish?
It's nothing I really want them to know about. I just want them to enjoy the dishes, appreciate the freshness, appreciate the love that got put into the dish.
For someone at home trying to make this same dish, what is the toughest part?
The rice.
The wonderful full moon, our beautiful server, has brought out Chef B's entree, specialty entree. It is a Creole catfish with red rice and a tomato sauce as well, a tomato creamer, excuse me. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead, put your forks, dig in. Let's see how Chef B compares to Chef A. Specialty entree. We got two people going head to head today. They really fighting.
It's a real competition today.
All right, you just wrapped up cooking a specialty entree. How did everything go?
It went well.
Went good. Any big challenges?
Just the space of the kitchen.
Space of the kitchen. You in there with one person. Y'all kind of on top of
Yeah,
each
I'm
other
trying to
going
make
at it?
sure she don't see what I'm doing. I know she don't want me to see what she's doing, so
Yeah.
just trying to be a little secretive.
All right, you competed against Chef Casey today. You had a chance to see what he was cooking.
Mm-hmm.
You saw his other specialty entree. How'd you feel about his dish?
The plating was very nice. His plating is immaculate.
Okay, how do you feel like your dish compared?
I feel like my dish is good. I feel like it can go against. I feel like I really don't have a concern because, like I said, it's a competition, but I always put myself in a different box from everybody else. So what's meant to be is meant to be for me, and what's not, it's just not meant for me.
You feel like you could have made his dish better than he did?
Yeah. I mean, it's a competition. I'm gonna always say I'm the best cook.
Judges, have y'all had time to taste the dish properly? All right, so taste-wise, Chef Jody, how are you feeling of the taste of this dish?
I loved it. I loved it because I love spicy food. And I loved it because when you first bite into it, it was flavorful. And then it's like after you bite into it, it's like this kick comes in out of nowhere. And like I said, I love a good spice, but it's different. It's not your average fish dish that you're gonna get going to a restaurant here in Columbia, at the least. So as far as like I've been saying, creativity, thinking outside of the box, what we're used to, I think again they executed that part.
All right. Presentation-wise, Kill Hunger, how did you feel on this?
I feel like it was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot on here. However, for the amount of food that was on there, it was placed and stacked rather nicely. So,
Anything you would have changed on the presentation of the dish?
the sauce, the red sauce, so he has two sauces, or he or she has multiple sauces, has a sauce and a crema. And the sauce on top of the seafood complements everything well. The red based sauce at the bottom, it it could kind of confuse you on how to, eat everything because it's a good bit of sauce, but it's also very spicy. So I don't think that a lot is supposed to be utilized per bite, but with the amount that's on there, it's almost easy to, like if you had a spoonful of it, it would be really spicy.
Yeah.
And I like spicy food. And that's really spicy, but a little bit, as if it was like hot sauce, so to say, just a little bit, or pepper sauce, which is probably what it is, just little amounts at a time. But and if I'm saying presentation, and this is really big, I would not call that red rice. No.
Yeah.
Not close.
Yeah.
It's it's um, it's, it's a little mushy, and most importantly, it's not red. I see the diced tomatoes in there, but it's not dry enough, and it's not red. Any Charlestonian or anybody from the Low Country would not consider this red rice.
Okay. Creativity, Kyle. How you feeling that?
Creativity. I really like the creativity of it, where we saw the big shrimp, but when you dug into it and the little babies came out, I love shrimp.
All right. I'm gonna have us take away these plates. I'm gonna let y'all tally up your scores, and we'll figure out who won our specialty entree portion and how we're looking going into the protein challenge. What do you think the judges are gonna say about your dish?
It's something local, it's something they could relate to, something they done had. Maybe a little bit of twist on it, but you know, everyone done had red rice. It's a South Carolina staple.
All right, Chef Kill Hunger, let's get these scores for this this first specialty entree. What you got?
All right, so for the presentation, I gave it an 8. I did the plating. It was good. It just wasn't anything that, just as far as presentation was, it wasn't anything that stood out in a way that was too crazy. And then I wasn't, there weren't any really veggies. There was some mixed greens, if you will, but in a specialty dish, I'm looking for at least a protein, starch, and a veggie.
Okay.
As far as taste, it was very, very close, but it was multiple parts of the dish that were graded. So I gave Chef A an 18. And that's because, again, just the lack of, there weren't, it tasted well. I felt like it could have been a hair of more of a kick in there, or maybe just a little bit more salt just to really set it off. But aside from that, the flavor profiles were there. As far as Chef B, I think the seafood and the freshwater fish side was very, very flavorful. I was not a fan of the rice. The rice did not hold that much of a weight of my grade, but I did have to take points off away for that. So for that, I gave him or her 17 out of 20.
All right, so total score there?
30. Chef A 35, Chef B 32.
What you got down there for us, Kyle?
With the presentation, with Chef A, and this kind of goes to the creativity too. The wine pairing, was an excellent choice. Like it really, I had forgot that I had got the wine at first, and then when I finally did taste the wine, it really did pair well with the salmon. I gave them both 18s.
Okay.
So right now, both dishes, the first ones are tied up, 37.
Okay. So you're tied up there. Then we got 1 point lead for you, and I think it was 3-point lead. So I mean, it's close. Close.
And the fact that this is just round one.
Round one.
Can't wait to
Let's
see round 2.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely showed out. So very impressed by both chefs. Can't wait to see what they bring. So we'll be back. Just got back. The judges, you were a couple of points down going into the second round. How you feeling? You think you can make it up?
Definitely go catch up, I ain't quite the underdog, but I'm good at back against the wall swinging.
Chef, we're on our second round. It's the protein challenge. The protein for tonight is going to be chicken. How are you feeling so far?
I'm feeling pretty good. Pretty confident in the second round, ready to finish it up.
Pretty confident? I know that's right. The food is looking good. Let's go ahead and get started with it, okay?
All right, appreciate that.
So we just wrapped up the specialty entree portion of this episode. After the specialty entree portion, you are up a couple of points going into the second part, which is the protein challenge. How do you feel going into the second part, knowing that you're ahead a little bit?
Confident.
Confident? All right, we love one-word answers. It gives us so much content. So speak on that confidence. You feel like you're going to build onto the first dish and have a winner in the second round, or how you feel?
Yeah, because I feel like when it comes to dishes, especially like a butter chicken, because it's outside of what I'm used to making, it's something in a totally different race. And I feel like I got it down to the T. I use all of the same ingredients and everything. If not, better. No offense. But yeah, I feel like I got it.
All right, Chef OJ, we're on to the second round, which is the protein challenge. How are you feeling so far, knowing that it's going to be chicken that we're working with today?
Confident.
Confident?
Yes, ma'am.
What will he be making us today?
I will be making an Indian butter chicken with garlic and cheese garlic naan with a jasmine rice.
All right. And why did you choose this dish?
Because I love buttered chicken.
I do too.
I love buttered
Well,
chicken.
I'll let you get to it.
So it is Chef of the City. We're in Columbia, South Carolina, which you don't get much more southern than Columbia, South Carolina. What southern dishes that people love down here that you just like? I don't get the hype on it.
Pig feet.
Pig feet?
I don't get the hype on pig feet at all.
I don't know how anybody gets the hype on
Hog
pig feet. Hog maw. That's some country
I ain't
stuff.
that country. That's not to people.
If
What
you're
they call
from New
the
York
suburbs.
watching this, you don't even really know what hog maws and pig feet are. But that's some
Chitterlings.
Chitlins.
Chitterlings.
Hey,
Chitlins.
but I'll eat some gizzards though.
Let's end the debate. Is it chitlins, chitterlings, chitlins? How do you say
I thought it
it?
was
Chitterlings.
chitlins. It's chitterlings?
Chitterlings.
What she said.
Shitlings.
So we have not ended the debate. We've only further extended
There's
it.
new-
I never.
No, they're really
Guts.
chitterlings, I think.
They're guts. They are
Yeah.
guts.
They're shit.
Does anybody here eat them?
Absolutely not.
No.
I'm shocked by how popular they actually are, though.
Oh, people love 'em.
When I used to manage a grocery store, we couldn't keep them.
Especially on Thanksgiving.
But
Thanksgiving?
everybody who eats them, everybody swears, "Oh, you'll like my chitlins."
No, you won't.
My parents swore I ate them when I was a kid. My dad, at Thanksgiving this past year, he was like, Jody, you're sitting up here saying you don't like chitlins. You don't remember as a kid you used to eat a whole plate? Well, I'm like that. You're lying. He's like, no, I'm dead serious. I'm like, you're absolutely lying. But
Before I knew better.
no.
Today I am preparing for you a Indian buttered chicken with jasmine rice and cheese garlic naan and regular garlic naan.
All right. Why'd you choose this dish specifically?
Because it's outside of the box. And I like to choose things that's outside of the box. I like to go in directions that I feel like people aren't gonna go into.
All right. Highlight of the dish for you for this buttered chicken.
The naan.
The naan. Biggest challenge with this dish?
To make sure the spice levels are right. Because some people don't like too spicy, some people like spicy, so I did it in the middle so where it had a little, I'm gonna do it in the middle so where it has a little kick.
Today I'm doing curry butter chicken. It coming paired with curry rice and a cucumber creamer.
All right. Why do you feel confident in this dish?
It's a standout dish. It's not something a lot of people have, but they enjoy it once they try it for the first time.
All right. Why did you choose this?
It was a new dish that I saw on TikTok, and I just wanted to try it out.
Okay. Best Southern dish in the world. You got to pick one Southern dish. Represent the South. What you going with?
Hash and rice.
Hash and rice. Ooh.
I say that because I love me some hash and rice. And even when I lived in Atlanta, I would try to go to soul food spots and find hash and rice. And they would swear I was so country. And I'm like, baby, Georgia is the South. Like, y'all are country. You have a little city town, but that hash is something, I don't know, it's something about
I
it.
love a good hash and rice. Now, biscuits and some sawmill southern gravy.
Yeah.
Biscuits and gravy. That is Southern. That's Southern for sure.
I'll say this: collard greens, mac and cheese, candy yams, cornbread.
I was about to say they got
Oh, yes, that's
cornbread.
Southern. I had me something Southern yesterday. So I was driving down the street and I saw boiled peanuts on the side of the road, and I had to stop in and get me a little pack of boiled peanuts. It doesn't get much more Southern than that. So
I saw a little bit though, right? That was
it's all not the boiled ones though. Like
No.
I got family in like Colorado, New York. Like when they come down here, they'll be like, we got to get some boiled peanuts because we don't have them. They have peanuts, but not the boiled ones. So that's my addition. Um, Thank you to our wonderful chefs. We're gonna go back to the kitchen, check in with Jasmine, see how these chefs are doing today, see how their specialty entree is coming along, and we can't wait to taste it.
All right, so chef, as far as culinary skills, where did you learn how to cook?
My grandparents, my grandparents, my mom. When I was in the 9th grade, my mama told me I knew how to fry chicken better than her. In fact, she did.
I know
She really
that's
did.
right.
So like, I always loved to cook. So I knew how to cook. Me and my aunties and uncles, we were around the same age. And like I was living with my grandparents, and my grandparents, they would go out of town a lot for business trips. Every time they would go out of town, they'd be like, Oceana, you cooking for us? And I would always cook for them. My uncle said one time, he was like, I ain't gonna lie, you cook better than mama a little bit. I said, don't tell her that.
Oh, let's
Don't
find out
tell
that
her
you're a
that.
real
Don't
good
tell
cook.
her
The
that.
family loves you.
Yeah, but honestly, I wanted to be a lawyer. I went to school for political science, and then like I was dating somebody, and they would see that I love to cook, and they was like, you should take it serious. Your food is like really good. So I made my first TikTok video during COVID, and it went viral. So like I kept posting, like all of my videos don't go viral, but it's a good bit of them too, and I know how to bake too. So I bake birthday cakes and I bake cookies and stuff too.
Okay.
So a couple of things go viral, and I will see people be like, oh, well, like people will message me like, oh, your food looks so good. Or I had a catering once, and this lady told me, she was like, her and her friends was like, you need to charge more, like your food is really, really good. So I'm like, well, I'm really good at it. I should really take it serious. So it's just a passion that I have. It's something that I always love to do. I love to watch the food channel since I was a little girl. Like I could tell you my favorite people on the food channel. When I used to get off the bus at like 3:50. Favorite show was Jotty at Home. Used to come on at 4 o'clock. Barefoot Contessa used to come on at 4:30. And Keeping Up with the Neelys. It was a black couple. They used to come on at 5 o'clock. So it's just always been a passion. It's always been something that I've always liked to do, but I didn't really know it was my calling until my junior year of college.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Well, I love that this is your passion, and I can't wait for the judges to try out your food. All right, Chef. Casey, how are we feeling about our dish right now? It's looking lovely, very colorful.
I'm feeling pretty confident.
Pretty confident? All right, confident guy over here. Chef, what makes you think that your dish would be the best dish to put you on as the chef of the city?
Just the flavor, you know what I'm saying? The marination, the taste, the different palates we open up, flavor in every different aspect of the dish.
Is there anything truly special about your dish that you want judges to know?
I just want them to enjoy it.
Well, I bet they will. I'll go ahead and let you finish off. All right, chefs, we're our last seconds of the competition. Go ahead and start plating your dishes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up.
Just wrapped up. How did that cook go for you?
It went great.
Great. Anything give you any trouble while you're cooking? Time? Anything?
Like I said, the timing, and then, like 2 people in the kitchen at once. I'm used to being in the kitchen by myself, but it's no big deal. It's just different for me.
All right. As always, our lovely server Moon has brought us out our protein challenge dishes. The protein both of these chefs were challenged with cooking with today was chicken. Chef A has prepared for us today a butter chicken with jasmine rice and a garlic naan, and they have served it in a bowl that they specially provided for us today. So, judges, I'm ready for y'all to go ahead and dig in. Let us know what you think.
Smells great.
What do you want the judges to notice about your dish?
That is authentic, and it tastes exactly like Indian butter chicken.
All right. You chose to plate the dish in a bowl. Any reason you chose that?
Because I didn't want the gravy from the buttered chicken to flow off the plate or mess up the presentation.
All right, Moon has brought out for us today Chef B's protein challenge dish. Coincidentally, they both did a butter chicken dish with curry rice, butter marsala sauce, and a cucumber Creamer. Creamer. I cannot say that word. I will never get that correct. But judges, go ahead and dig in. Let us know what you think. You saw Chef OJ's dish. Pretty comparable. Both of y'all did like a form of buttered chicken.
Facts.
How do you feel like yours measured up?
Measured up pretty well. I think mine's got a little edge to it. We about to see.
All right. You just wrapped up cooking. Excuse me. You just wrapped up cooking. How did that go?
It went pretty well.
Any challenges on this one?
Like I said, just the time. That 45 minutes go by quick.
Go by real quick.
Real quick.
What do you want the judges to notice about your dish specifically?
Just the difference, you know what I'm saying? We bringing something different to Colombia. We ain't doing the same old, same old. We really want y'all to taste different flavors, different origins of food, something different.
So we're going to go down the line. We're going to read off our scores. Y'all don't have to tell me a final one on this one because we'll add that up for the finale. But Kyle, give me, go down each dish, creativity versus each other, presentation versus each other, and taste versus each other, all right?
Gotcha. Presentation-wise, I gave Chef A 7 and Chef B a 6. Kind of the deal with the first one. The first one just kind of seemed bland. It was just the white rice, the jasmine rice, and the chicken. Where this one, I feel like if it was on a plate, there's layers to it. I could have seen it better. Can't really see the layers in a bowl.
Right.
So both of them were kind of maybe plated different, where the first one could have used the bowl still, but just maybe stacked different or something. Creativity, I gave them both a 9 because almost the same. This is just like the Chef B just kind of had more of the upgraded version.
Yeah.
And taste, they both were wonderful. They both tasted amazing. The different flavors in Chef B's is why I gave Chef B a 18 and Chef A a 17.
All right. What do you have here, Jody?
As far as creativity wise, I gave both of them a 9. The reason for that is because both of their dishes were pretty much the same, just with different touches to them because they're different people. And as far as taste wise, I gave Chef A a 17 and I gave Chef B a 16. Chef A, like I said, I didn't really have any complaints. I think the rice just tasted a little sticky. So that's the only reason why I pretty much gave them a 17. And then as Chef B, it was okay. That's what I'll say. And then too, with having the cucumber, what was it supposed to be? Cucumber?
You know I can't say that word. Cremer.
No,
Crema.
forgot you in the Northeast. But I didn't taste any cucumber in it at all. But I just didn't feel like the flavors meshed as well with B like it did with A.
All right. Kill hunger. Let's kill it off.
All right. For presentation, I gave them both 9s.
Okay.
I gave them that because both of them were, in fact, butter chicken. I think Chef A's looked more traditional, whereas Chef B's did not look as traditional. However, they paid attention to the detail as far as the, extras that go on top of Indian food.
Okay.
It's not, Indian food is a messy looking type of food. It's a lot of sauces. It's a lot of, it looks messy, but it's actually very delicious. And everything as far as the onions and the tomatoes and the scallions, everything, like these are things, if you go to an Indian restaurant, they have these things on the side for you to add these on there. So I think that's really creative with the presentation and far as giving us that, even though we didn't ask for it, it's more so usually a self-serve thing, but just to add that in there, it's like, yeah, okay, you're familiar with the cuisine. For creativity, I gave Chef A an 8. Nothing was necessarily wrong with it, it just was basic. And as I said, I gave Chef B a 9, and that's because of the extra toppings. And ultimately, it's about for me, it was the taste of the rice, the taste of the sauces, and the quality of the chicken. And for that, I gave Chef A 17, and I gave Chef B a 19.
Okay.
I liked that Chef B's chicken was a lot more tender, their rice was a lot more flavorful, and I like the sauce a little more. I wish there was more sauce on there. They were a little skimpy on the sauce, and that's, really why they didn't get a 20, because it should be a lot more sauce in there. But aside from that, it was a wonderful dish.
All right. Well, thank y'all judges for wonderful critiques. Two wonderful dishes again. I mean, two incredible dishes by both these chefs today. Couldn't be more happy and proud of both of our chefs. We're going to take these scorecards to the side. We're going to add up the totals, and we'll be back with both chefs to let you know who our winner is and who's advancing in the next round of Chef of the City. All right, we're back here with our two wonderful, fantastic chefs that just squared off in the quarterfinal round of Chef of the City. To the left of me, I got Chef B, Chef Casey. To the right of me, I got Chef A, Chef OJ. All right? Man, it was a tight quarterfinal round. I'm going to read off the scores. With a score of 105, on the specialty entree and a score of 101 on the specialty entree, Chef OJ slightly edged it out. But in the protein challenge, Chef Casey was actually slightly ahead of Chef OJ. I'm not going to read off the scores yet because I don't want to spoil it. But I'm going to take a bite out of the winning dish today so we know who's advancing to the semifinal rounds. Chef, which one should I take a bite out of?
Navigation says right.
Nah, we going left.
We're going, unfortunately, we're going slightly over to the right. Chef OJ was able to sneak out a very close 2-point margin of victory. Congratulations to Chef OJ. She did a hell of a job. Thank you to Chef Casey. He put up one heck of a fight, man. Couldn't say we were more impressed with him. He was fantastic. Make sure y'all go check out Chef Casey's work. He was a great challenger. And thank you to Chef OJ. But you're advancing on to the semifinal round of Chef of the City. Make sure y'all tune in to see more of Chef OJ and see who she's facing against in the semifinal round. I'm going to take a bite out of the winning dish. Let's take a look at this week's judges' scorecard. In the closest battle we've had yet on Chef of the City, Chef OJ came out on top 210 to 207 against Chef Casey. What a battle. Judges came back. You ended up slightly losing in this contest. Did you enjoy your experience on Chef of the City?
Definitely did. And I got, to work with a beautiful young lady. Shout out to the young female chefs doing it. Next time, hopefully I get this win. But shout out to the black chefs doing it, especially the women.
We finished the cook. Results are in, and you have advanced to the semifinal round of Chef of the City. How are you feeling?
Great, amazing, so good. It gives me the opportunity to really show everybody what I'm about because honestly, now I'm going to the next level. I'm going to make dishes that y'all never seen before, I promise. So it just makes me so happy because now I can really tell my family I'm about to cry. What I want to do is actually coming true.
Tune in next time to see who is the real Chef of the City in Columbia, South Carolina.